We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. The Philippines' business ties with Japan are expected to flourish under the current administration as President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. hailed the unique business landscape in Japan. In a meeting with premier Japanese organizations, Marcos noted the centric opportunities in industries such as manufacturing, construction, real estate, retail, food service, trading, telecommunications, aviation, recruitment, mining, and agribusiness. The President welcomed the outcome of the Department of Trade and Industry's business matching event, citing the over 255 meetings between Filipino and Japanese business leaders. The Philippine business delegation, according to Marcos, went to Tokyo to seize opportunities that would help other companies grow. He also hoped that collaborations with Japanese business leaders and investors would lead to a lifelong friendship between Tokyo and Manila. Among the attendees were the officials and executives of the Japan Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Japan-Philippines Economic Cooperation Committee, Mitsubishi Corporation, and Marubeni Corporation. The Philippines maintains its serious and sustained efforts against human trafficking as it remains at Tier 1 in the Trafficking in Persons classification for 7 consecutive years. Philippine National Police Chief General Rodolfo Azurin Jr. presented this achievement at the 24th Interpol Asian Regional Conference held in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Azurin said the Philippines fully meets the minimum standards for the elimination of trafficking. The State Department recognized Manila's assistance to over 6,700 potential trafficking victims and over 1,100 Filipino trafficking survivors from the Middle East and Asia. Azurin emphasized the strengthened collaboration of the PNP with other government agencies through the Interagency Council Against Trafficking. The PNP partnered with the Anti-Money Laundering Council to help track suspicious transactions involving child abuse materials. Interpol President Ahmed Nasser Al-Raisi commended the PNP for its efforts and encouraged other members to imitate the initiatives of the Philippines. The Commission on Elections is set to enforce a ban on premature campaigning for the 2023 Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections on October 30. Comelec Chair George Garcia said aspirants who have filed their certificates of candidacy for the barangay and SK polls would already be considered candidates. Garcia said they studied the Supreme Court landmark decision on the Peñera Doctrine, which voids the prohibition on premature campaigning. Garcia said the SC decision may be applicable for the conduct of automated elections alone and not the BSKE, which will be implemented via manual voting. The law states that BSKE candidates are only allowed to campaign for a duration of 10 days. Any electioneering activity prior to the permitted timetable is considered premature campaigning, which may be the basis for filing charges of election offense. Cruise ship tourism returned to Ilocos Sur, Palawan, and Bohol after a 3-year break due to pandemic travel restraints. The MV Seabourn Angkor, which arrived yesterday at the port of Coron, Palawan, was the first to come this year. The ship left Singapore with 512 passengers and 482 crew, 200 of whom were Filipinos. Meanwhile, the Port Management Office and the local government units in Bohol are all set to receive guests on the arrival of the Silver Shadow International Cruise Ship tomorrow. The Port Management Office expects a significant increase in passenger traffic, especially during the summer months of May to July. In Ilocos Sur, the MV Silver Spirit will arrive at the port of Salumage, Cabugao on February 14 with about 500 Americans and European passengers. It is the first international cruise ship to dock at the Salumage port after 3 years. Apart from the tour, the provincial government said they will also provide cultural performers and activities to entertain the cruise guests and make their visit more memorable. And that's the latest and the biggest stories from the PNA Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the social media pages of the Presidential Communications Office. Stay tuned for more news updates. I'm Marita Muaje. We tell stories that inspire change.